where dreams come alive. BWatts on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the...
Hello friends, I'm Bernard Watts of Sports Talk with BWatts. I paused for a few minutes just to come and talk to you about the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, getting ready to enter the NFL draft. If your franchise need a franchise quarterback, I'm telling you, Shedeur is the guy. Great feet work, great pocket presence, strong arm, quick release, toughness. He led Colorado into a winning program before he left. And also, if you go back and look at the videos, do your homework, look at him at Jackson State. The escapability, the running ability. I'm telling you right now, Shedeur Sanders is the franchise quarterback. All you got to do is just look at the tapes, and you'll see that Shedeur Sanders is him. You heard it right here on Sports Talk with BWatts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports. Man, don't start this tonight. Don't start this tonight. Well, I tell you, I don't know what to do, man. I really don't know what to do.
Just throw your hands in the air and wave it like you just don't care. If you believe your podcast gonna go, everybody say, "Oh yeah, oh yeah,
oh yeah." Steve, I don't know what else to do. I really don't. If it go out again, you just got to. I don't know what to do, bro. I don't know, man. I don't did everything.
Put your boots down, man. Put your boots down. That's all. Put your boots.
They told me to move by the window the other night. I moved by the window. It still did. I said, man, I ain't got time for this tonight, man. Shit. Look at that. I got too much stuff hooked up to my laptop, I guess. Got my phone. I got my light.
Sir, come on now. I'm
about to go back to the old ways. That's the laptop on. I ain't gonna be able to do this tonight.
You're doing too much.
Yeah, I'm doing too much. I hooked the light thing up to it. I got my phone hooked up to it. I got my microphone. I think it's not overloaded, man. So hey, They told me not to buy this laptop for this. Yeah, but hey, they say I was hard here.
Well, we got that part. We got that part. We know that. We know that, but we keep it moving.
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. Let's say, is it a happy birthday for JR's beautiful daughter there?
Right.
Yeah, we're going to say happy birthday to her and make sure JR go in that wallet because, you know, the last time he opened that wallet, George Washington and Ben, they've been doing this here. They have to do their eyes like this when JR go in his wallet. So we need to make sure he goes in that wallet and pay something. All the people out there in podcast land, we saying, what's up? What's up? Hit us up. Let us know where you're coming from, where you're hitting us up at. I'm up here in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Let us know where you're at. Miss Johnson, holla if you hear me. I want to make sure you here tonight because I ain't see you the other night now. I want to make sure you're here now. BWatts, where you at? See, BWatts, I know you ain't by the windows and all that stuff, to the windows, to the wall, to the sweat run down my, to all you. Let's go. See, that's what happened when you don't pay your bills now. He really don't want me. Oh, that's what I'm talking for. I know old VA. I like old VA and the DMV, old Stafford. I've been down there a few times. DMV is in the house. Go ahead, Patrick. Oh, Arizona. Oh, that nice crisp air. Oh, Arizona. I like the tea, Arizona tea. Now let's go. See what happens? Look at the man. He's still, hey, look at him going. Boy, when you don't pay your bills or you try to get that reduced price like I used to when I had to go to my teacher and the teacher say, Mr. Woodland, did y'all fill y'all paperwork out? And I'm trying to sneak it to him. I'm like, yes, sir, my mama filled the paperwork out. Then he gonna read it. Mr. Steve, on food stamps, you didn't fill this out. I say, God, I don't like this right.
Hey, Steve. Hey, I'm finna switch over to my phone. If I go away for about 2 minutes, keep talking.
I'll keep talking, man. But I got these people, they kicking it. They kicking it here. I'll keep it going for 2. But boy, shit, that the teacher did me like that, man. I didn't know what to do. He read that thing and said, Steve, you got to fill this here out for food stamps, for that free lunch. And I'm like, golly, I'm embarrassed. Way to go, Chi-Town. I'm embarrassed. And then I didn't have no sense. I didn't realize that 80% of the people who was in there was on food stamps. I'm so just thinking about me. Come to find out when I got a little older, 80% of them was on food stamps. So I'm like, man, what I'm being embarrassed for? We all in the same river. It's food stamp alley. But hey, I don't see them no more. Only stamps I do now is stamp that I mail something off, and I don't do that too often. Hey, Mr. Brainer. Crystal Wise Williams, it's always a pleasure. Look at this one here. Woo-wee! Mr. Brenner, I had to put my glasses on this one. You know, y'all need to help BWatts out. Oh, good evening, BWatts. Way to go, Timothy. Always a pleasure, sir. Thank you for dropping in on us. For everybody, BWatts is going to be hitting back on here. He's going to be, he is ready tonight. He's ready. He's excited. He's exuberant. Unc, I need to fly. Oh, that's Patrick. That's seafood. Let me tell you something. Now you can do Baltimore. We can do up there. We can go up there to Annapolis. It just don't make no difference up here. That's seafood good. And they gonna make it pay now. You gonna need to work a couple days to get that seafood. There you go. Look at him. Look at old Moses. Moses is here. Everybody, Moses is here. He's back. BWatts, let's get it started, baby. Let's keep it moving.
All right, how does it sound?
It's cracking up a little bit. Keep talking to see what's. Oh, okay, Sabrina. Yep, Baltimore, Unc. I'm up in the DMV. I'm up in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. So I'm like 25 minutes from Baltimore, Mr. Brennan. But yeah. So let's get to going, sir. Hey, Miss Smith. Yeah, you going there.
Sound ain't good. Man.
Let's see.
Hold on.
Go. Say a few things. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Oxon Hill, Maryland. Okay, Mr. Okay, I know that. I'm gonna go up there. The National Harbor. I got to hit up there for some things going on. Hey, Mr. Smith. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do the National Harbor.
Test. Still ain't working.
Washingtonian in the house. Go ahead now. Mike on the Owens. Oh yeah, you
Is
up
it
there with
working
them
now?
Ravens. Go ahead, Crawley. You up there with them Ravens, baby. Yeah, I can hear you, but you're breaking up, big dog.
Let me see.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. I think it's coming. It's coming in. Keep going.
All right.
There you go. That was okay. If you keep it like that, we can keep it going. Go ahead, Annapolis.
Right. You hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, let's ride then. All right. Seeing well off today. The boys made it back in town and practice. They flying around the ball. I see they out there putting them pads on. Seeing a little video that Case was doing and Juju, they looking good. So let's keep it real, big dog. The question is, can Colorado win the Big 12? Or we need to wait till after the spring? As of right now, can we win the Big 12?
Well, if you watch Harlem Nights, you had that guy. He was the heavyweight champion, and they asked him if he was going to beat that other boxer, and the answer was he said, "Yeah," because he gonna knock somebody out, if you know what I mean. So the answer is yes. The answer is yes, BWatts. The answer is yes. Can they do it? Yes. Are they dedicated? Are they focused? Are they ready for the big moment? Everything is about the big moment. Are they gonna dedicate their season? Because they need to have something to look at. These young men need to put something on that board to look at and say, this is what we want. Some people have things up there where somebody say something that really tick them off, and they have their face up there, and every time they win a game, they take a piece of it off, and it gets to be whatever you're trying to achieve. It's all kind of cool things that you can do. To me, it's what are their goals? Do they want it? It ain't what we think, because this is what I heard. This is what I heard when they started the season off. What did Rick George say?
Want to win that Big 12.
What did Coach Prime say?
Big 12.
What did the Salt Man say? Salt and Shake, the Salt Shaker say?
Yeah, that's how we holler. Big 12.
So what are we talking about? If they are hungry, quit reading the press, because what's going to happen, people going to start hyping them up. People going to start filling them up filling them up. Oh, man, they doing it. And they're going to do some things that going to excite some people. We get it. We need to slow down. I don't have no expectations on Salter, because when you do, it'll take him out of his game. It'll make him thinking he got to save he don't. All he has to do is what Bill Belichick says every day: do your job. And if they do their job, Colorado is going to be ready for the Big 12 championship. That is what I see. Without any other, even if they didn't get anybody else, if Colorado went down right now and they did their job, they can compete for the Big 12 championship. And people are like, well, how can they do it? I'm going to break it down real quick for you. It's a three-phase game.
Right.
If you see special teams, you're not going to get any. When they kick the ball off, you're not getting no returns on that. So that's out. They done eliminated that. Now on the punts and stuff like that, the new mate got to get that ball. He can kick. He need to get that ball out of bounds instead of trying to kick that ball in and letting them tackle. I believe in kick the ball out of bounds, let them get it there, and let's keep it moving. Or if you got some dogs on there, you sit them down there and try to get a fumble recovery or something like that. Let's go on the third phase. If they utilize their defense like I would play a bend but don't break defense, And when it's plays, I need to dial it up. Like the Kansas City Chiefs defensive coordinator, is certain plays when it's 3rd and 7, 3rd and 11, I'm dialing it up. I'm blitzing because I know those cornerbacks in zone are going to make the tackle. So that means that you're getting off the field on 3rd downs. I'm sending that linebacker, and I'm telling that linebacker, you head hunting. You going in there. The only thing I'll tell him, do not hit that quarterback after they throw that ball. That's the only thing, because we're not giving no cheap first downs. That's one aspect. Then I'll tell Coach Prime, we're not going for it on 4th down. We got a defense, and if you look at it last year, the defense didn't give up no more, even in their bad games. Nebraska, that bad game, they gave up 28 points, but they didn't give up 28 points. 2 gave up 7. Then you had the interception that they should have had that they scored on. That's 14 points that shouldn't even been on the board. So even their bad games, they give up no more than 17 points. If you're giving up, I ain't counting the BYU. The BYU is one of them things. They weren't, that game is Heisman Trophy. They traveling all over the world. They doing too much. They doing too much on that one. So I'll leave that one alone. But if you look at those 3 phases and look at all the games they played, you see the recipe for the Big 12 championship. Run the football, ball control. When Salter got it to go over the top, go over the top, but put it all in Otis's hand and Barnes and McNeil. And them edges. It's your job to wreak havoc. And the DBs, your job is to keep everybody in front of you. We don't need you. We're playing bend but don't break, and we're getting you so that we can get the offense to football. So if we do that, yes, they can win it. If they try to be cute, it's going to be a long season. Back to you, BY.
Oh, look at them. Hey, Steve, I ain't worried about the quarterback. I'm talking about the wide receiver. He did that on DJ McKinney.
But what
the player that Coach Prime said is going to be a #1 draft pick. That let you know what I'm trying to say is, if O don't come back right, Tim ain't putting out them young guys are hungry, Steve, at that wide receiver position. Q6.
But what I'm saying is this here, that they have talent. They have talent that they can play right now. When you got freshmen that can play right now, that says something. But all I'm saying, you can put all of them in the game, BWatts, and that ain't counting Atkins, but you need to have them in motion because they're young. You don't need them trying to read defenses and all that stuff, because that's going, when you get a good defensive coordinator, they're going to see some stuff they ain't seen before. They're going to see some stuff like, Coach, I don't know what they did, and it's going to take them some time. Put their speed in motion with the salt shaker, and that's problems. You looking at that man running in motions, and he got you worried about that. You got Salter getting the ball rolling to the right. You got Atkins going and doing this little hitch right there. You got Cam going over the top. Man, that's problems. Those are problems. And the key goes this one here, BWatts. When you're running the football and you got success on the Seton Express on the left side, don't stop running the football, trying to get cute. I don't believe in double reverses. Stuff like that makes no sense. When you're doing double reverses, I was always taught, if I got to do trick plays, I don't have the horses. I need to win it straight up. And that's just the way it goes. I'm not doing trick plays. I'm doing straight up. I'm doing motion. I'm making you think. I'm designing stuff that you have to think. You ain't sitting back there like, oh, they going to do a hitch. They going to do a hitch. The quarterback going to come up there. You're going to hold the ball too long. We're going to knock his head loose. So when you're doing things like that, it's going to be exciting. That's all. That's all I'm saying, BWatts. Back to you, BWatts.
Okay, so you talk about the defense. You want to hang your hat on the defense. They had a presser today. They asked Coach Hart about his linebacker room. Coach Hart said, these are his words, it's a wide open competition at that linebacker room. Now, you got to remember we brought in two linebackers from different colleges that played at a high level. But when I looked at it, this is how I dissected what Coach Hart was saying. He was saying that he's looking for somebody to take the lead. But it looked like JB
done took the lead. And he just didn't want to say, JB is leading the room right now. That's how I take it. I don't know how you take the linebacker room.
This is what I take from the linebacker room. I take that you got new people coming in. It's a new system for them. They're getting themselves adjusted. It's going to take them a little while. You got to realize how long is our boy JB been there? JB has been there. He's an original. So he should be ahead of everybody. Look at JB. JB has the size. He has the speed. I listen to, and people need to listen to people. I listened to JB, and he was with Reach the People. He was with Reach the People, Darius. And JB was on there talking, and JB hasn't been a middle linebacker long. So his knowledge and understanding is going to take time. So the more he gets familiar and comfortable with it, he's going to be fantastic. The only thing you see is he's thinking. If you go back and look at the tape of JB, he's thinking, and he's thinking because he said it himself. He said, "Man, I haven't been no middle linebacker long." He said, "I didn't start playing football till late." So when you look, late as far as So when you start listening to him, you realize, oh, that's why he's not at where I think he should be. Because when you have the size that JB has, and you have that pop that he got, that boy dangerous, man. That boy should be playing the way Hill Green was playing, because he has the size and everything else to go with it. So all I'm waiting on, Coach Hart needs to sit down with JB. And I know it gets frustrating sometimes, but you need to sit down and see what he actually knows. And then put him in positions. Okay, now when you see this lineup and this lineup, this is what you do. And you go at it 100% and put him in positions where he can be very successful. He'll do well. But in advanced games in which, coach, you have a smart offensive coach up there and they switching people and moving people and got that running back going on those hooks and stuff like those hitches, you got to have a linebacker that understands that his eyes ain't fooling him. He ain't worried about that man in motion. He's paying attention to the formation, alignment, assignment, formation, and addressing it accordingly. Because in football, the formation pretty much tell you where the play going. If you're looking at the formation and you look what a running back, quarterback, what a running back and offensive lineman lined up at certain times and how they switching, how they going in motion, it tells you what they're doing. So if you know that, you're ahead of the curve and you should play accordingly. So that's it. But yeah, linebackers going to do this. If they don't show Coach Hart what they supposed to, what you think they're going to do when that portal opens?
They're going to get some. Hell, at least one. What about Webster? Where you see Webster going to come in at?
Where do I see what?
Webster. Where you see his role at?
I see Webster right now, special teams. I see him being outstanding in special teams. What I also see is this one here for Webster. If Webster don't get frustrated, Webster can play well at linebacker. He made the plays. If you listen to him, go back to when Marshall Faulk and Sapp was talking to Webster. He said, "Man, you was back there, you hit them, but they kept running. They just like Corey Booker right now. They still move, they still going. They like Scatterboo, they still going. Webster hasn't stopped them. Webster needs to, and I'm glad he put a little weight on, because the size he was at last year, Webster was back there. He gets there. And he made a big play in one game. He created that fumble for him, too. He made a big play. He created the fumble for him. And UCF, if I'm not mistaken. But my point is this here. Webster needs to stay in that gym to put weight on. He needs to put weight on so when he hits somebody, they go down. One thing I can say about Webster, he's always in the right place. He knows where he's supposed to be. So with that being said, Webster should get a lot of playing time this year. And he's going to have this as an advantage. Man, I hate to tell you, people get dinged at middle linebacker. So they're going to get dinged up. And if they get dinged up and he's a fresh body, he needs to play. Don't play no hurt player in there that's dinged up when you got somebody who can do it better than what they're doing. So I see him. Thank you, TMFB. He's going to be a great depth piece, but I don't put people as just a great depth piece. Webster needs to be pushing the start. Quit all that depth. I don't play sports to be a depth piece. Now I'll play my part and I'll wait my turn until the coaches see that I should be out there, but he needs to be trying to start. Back to you, BWatts.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like Webster. I think he's gonna get a little plan. He's gonna get some playing time, and it'll be a good special team. That's wrong special team. Cause if you ain't starting, that's where you need to be to get on. That's special team. Marshall Falk told his running back there, hey, if you ain't 1 or 2, let's try to find you a way to get on that special team so you can get up, so you can be seen. But so also I was listening to the press conference. Walker and Ben Tennessee. They asked both of them kind of the same question, and they responded. But one thing that caught my eye and my ears, both of them said the same thing. I'm impressed with that D line. They loaded it. Both of them saying they loaded D line. Will they be able to stop the run this year?
Absolutely. That run will be stopped this year because you're going to have clean linebackers. You're going to have linebackers that are not going to have guards and tackles on their head. And if that's the case, you ain't got to do nothing but eat. I'm looking at the linebackers like, come on, man, you ain't got to do nothing but eat. So you got a clean jersey. The door's open. Teddy P done open the door. All you got to do is go in there and close it. So it's no excuse. The run is going to stop this year. They're going to have it where the run is going to stop. And when you have it also that you're going to be bringing Byard up there too in the box, teams shouldn't have too much success running the football, period. You got them two, man, you got them 2 dudes up there look like they just got out of death row. Man, come on. Come on, man. They look like they just got out of death. Hey, balls, the Green Mile. Balls. Can we get this here, balls? Yeah, I get it, balls.
When I looked at it, boy, I said, "These boys look like they just get out of prison detail, boy. They look like they ready to terrorize something, boy. I can't wait till they play Georgia Tech. I'm tired of them looking at them playing against themselves. I want to see them play against somebody else. Check this out. I don't jump all over the place. I'm going to keep jumping. Cole Brown signed a new contract. 5 years, $54 million. Are the good old boys upset that Cole Brown got that much money and haven't even won a Big 12 or a college playoff? That's how I'm swinging. Kirby Smart. Are the good old boys upset because he got that money?
Are they upset? Man, them boys hot as fish grease, man. They sitting up there. Hey, I asked people, who said anything for that Indiana coach? He didn't win the Big Ten. He didn't win the Big Ten. I'm like, okay. If he went to the playoff, they got routed. They got routed like everybody else. So all I'm saying is, quit with all that he didn't. What does he bring to that university? He bring more than $10 million. I can tell you that. Let's go with this one here, BWatts. I'm a numbers man. I like to look at them numbers. I go in there and I like to look at that account, and I like to look at them numbers sometimes. And let's look at this here. It's 134 Division I football teams. 134 Division I. Let's look at this here. 86.8% of them have white coaches. 86.8. Wow. 8.5 is black coaches. Let's go here. Let's go this way. The pay. Kirby Smart, $13.2 million. 10-year, $130 million. Is that generational wealth?
Yeah, it is.
Ryan Day, $12.5 million. Dabo, $11.5 million. Dan Lanning, $11 million. When's the last time Dan Lanning won a national championship? I'm just saying, but he get that $11 million. And I tell people, and they say, well, he went. They say, well, he went, and let me explain something to you. Name me a coach that was at Oregon that didn't win. in the last 25 years. I can go back. They were winners. They were winners. You can go back and do your history on Oregon. They had some winning coaches there. So let's go here, BWatts. Georgia's defensive coordinator is making $2.2 million. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. His contract. So let's look at it this way. Those men have the opportunity to put men that they are comfortable with, which look like them, in different tax brackets. I'm putting my friend in a tax bracket that makes him and his family millionaires. And this is 86.8% of them now. 86.8%. So I'm putting all these rascals in different tax brackets. Then people say, what else? But then I went down and looked at the other coaches for Georgia. Georgia got coaches making $900,000 special. These other coordinators they got, assistants, $900,000. So with that being said, I tell people, follow the money. Follow the money. He's like, well, this football, they ain't got nothing to do. Yeah, okay. That's why when you go into offices, you don't see you in there because you too busy thinking, oh man, it's fair, everything. No, it can't be. It can't be. If I look at the football field and I don't see 86.8% white football players, then it ain't fair. Because you can't tell me we got all of these boys right here looking like they don't look that like that, and we don't have no representation. What we do that at? So for Coach Prime, they hot as fish grease on the 4th of July. And because of that, BWatts, this is what people need to realize. Coach Prime is opening doors. You got to have somebody to open the door for you. And he is the one that's opening doors. And when you see somebody like that opening doors, what it's going to do and why they're so upset, and they're all going at
up and now. Steve.
Yes, sir. I hear you, BWatts. What you need, sir? BWatts, you're not saying anything. What's up? Okay, let's keep going while BWatts get his stuff situated. When you're looking at this here and you're looking at the numbers, you need to realize Coach Prime now is putting people in different tax brackets. And when you're putting people in different tax brackets, what it does, it elevates. And when you're elevating and you're elevating people that look like you, people are going to get upset. This is my problem. Why ain't this here considered a DEI hire when you got 86.8%? Why ain't that a DEI hire? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's no problem there, but it's a problem when somebody else starts getting a couple dollars. Then we need to look at that because it ain't right. We taking jobs from the good people. Let's stop it, folks. Reality is reality, and the truth is the truth, and you can move it any way you want to. It's all about trying to maintain what they have. If you look at football, the NCAA, the good old boys, I always tell people, if you want to see the truth, look at who's running the organizations. If I look at the organization, just like when I look at my representation for my state, if I look at my numbers and all of my representation is one ethnic group, we got a problem. Unless I live in a place in which is 98% that group, we got a problem. We shouldn't do that. It should look similar, and we go from there. So with that being said, yes, they're upset, BWatts, and we'll go from there pertaining to it. And they're gonna stay upset because there's more to come. If you didn't like him now, wait till the other ones that follow him start coming through the door. And when they come through the door, they ain't gonna just knock. They're going to kick the door down. Now, what's the next question, BWatts? Hey, boy, they be on your BWatts. Look old school. Okay, BWatts, are you with me? Okay. Well, we'll go this way here. BWatts always asks the question. He asked the question, Do you think Coach Prime will stay at Colorado? Will remain at, will end his career at Colorado? People in the chat, let me know if you think Coach Prime is going to end his career at CU. I need to hear you. I need to hear you out there. I need to hear you. Let's go. Let us know. Hit us up. Do you think Coach Prime is going to end his career retire at Colorado? We going to give me a yes or no. I like that. Smart. That's a smart one. Boom. I like it, Alan. Okay. I like it. I like them yeses. I love CC. I like it. That's what. Okay, Patrick. 2 chips. I like some chips too. Make sure they Lay's. That's what I'm talking. Uts. Absolutely. We got somebody blessings. They say no. They say no. They say no. Well, okay. That's my man, Reverend B.J. Nelson. Oh, he's staying. He about to build that house. Boy, in order to build that house, Rev, he putting together that foundation. Bear Bryant type of legacy. Boy, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But that thing about Bear Bryant wouldn't have no legacy if he would have stayed on what he believed in at first. He said he was never gonna have African American play for that great University of Alabama. Do your history, baby. This is the great Bear Bryant. He wasn't gonna never let a black athlete play at the University of Alabama. It wasn't till them USC Trojans beat the brakes off him. And he realized, I got to get me a few of them boys if I plan on staying in college football. That's just like the University of Kentucky. It took that great Western Kentucky team to go up there and whoop their tail and show him that he better get some players. So with that being said, I tell people all the time, let me answer the question of what I think. This is what I think. The first thing I did was this here. I said, I looked at Coach Prime's age. And people are like, well, why are you looking at his age? Because it's kind of important. You look at his age. I say, Coach Prime's in his late 50s. I looked at it, and I was like, okay, got that. I also looked at his beautiful mother to say, okay, Miss Connie, say, boom, she's young. So I ain't worried about that. She's young. Now, the next thing I did was this one here. I said, see, this is where the difference goes with me and other people. I don't look at the football side of it right now. I look at family. I look at the family aspect. How does Miss Connie feel about Colorado? And my understanding is she loves it. She loves some Colorado. You hear, she loves her some Colorado. And we love us some Miss Connie. It can't get enough of a Miss Connie. We love us some Miss Connie. So she loves Colorado. And if she loves Colorado and her son loves Colorado, you got 2 for 2 right there. Because he's going to keep mama happy. If you know anything about Coach Prime, he's going to keep mama happy. And that's the first thing. She can see herself in Colorado. I can see that. Okay, let's go football. Let's look at the big picture when it comes to Coach Prime. What team is going to give Coach Prime the keys to the kingdom? You have to ask yourself that. What team is going to give Coach Prime the keys to the kingdom? And who will get out of his way and won't have to be worried about boosters and alumni? It's not too many teams. It's not too many teams. You don't have too many. The next question I will ask you is this one here. How would Coach Prime's legacy be if he continued to move around? It impacts his legacy if Coach Prime does not stay at Colorado. And people are like, well, what you mean? Because they are going to knock him regardless. They are going to use that against him to the T. He didn't do anything. He built up Jackson State. He did the right thing there. He needed to move up. Now he's at Colorado. Now you're looking at legacy. You're looking at a team that wasn't relevant, and now look at them. They're prime time now. Now you got 5 stars coming in. Now you got a team that's ready for that spotlight. Now he's building stuff. Now you got those 5 stars, 4 stars. Now you got high school students in there, and those high school students are playing their first year. Some of them are making all Big 12 conference their first year, 2 of them. So with that being said, if you look at the big picture, Rick George and Coach Prime right now, if they continue on their trend, Rick George will have his statue outside of that building. And when they put Rick George's statue outside that building, the next foundational piece is going to be Coach Prime. And it's going to be Coach Prime because of this here. Oh, no high five? There you go. It's going to be Coach Prime because of this one here. Coach Prime is putting them in a position in which they are ready for the playoffs. And if they continue on their trajectory, all it's going to do is keep elevating Coach Prime, elevating Coach Prime, elevating Coach Prime. And what's going to happen is this one here. People need to remember, the people in Colorado are going to remember what Coach Prime brought to them. What he brought to them was new businesses, was new buildings, was new that new money, that old money, new money coming together. So with that being said, yes, I truly believe Coach Prime is destined to stay at the University of Colorado. It makes too much sense. Going at other places in his 60s and stuff like that to have to deal with all of that other mess, it's not going to happen for Coach Prime. I just do not see it. I don't see it. To me, it would make no, that's just to me. It would impact his legacy if he did, because they're not going to give you credit for staying somewhere 3 years. It's not going to happen. It's not going to give you no credit for staying somewhere 3 years and winning 8 games. It's not going to happen. Now, if he stay here and stay 7 to 8 years and he gets to that playoffs in 3 straight years or so and make a run like TCU did, oh yeah, you can get the statue ready, baby, because it's coming, because he has done everything he needs to do. So that's the way I see that. BWatts is still waiting on his cable bill, but BWatts asked me another question. BWatts looked at that young man called Ardan Walker, and BWatts asked me, he say, Unc, let me know, what do you think about that old Ardan Walker? And I looked at him, I said, man, what do I look at? I said, let me look at this here. I said in 2024, Ardan Walker had 33 total tackles. He had 23 of them for solo. He had 4.5 sacks. He had 1 forced fumble. And he also had, for Mr. Walker, he had 5 QB hurries. This is what I didn't know. Ardan Walker was the highest ranked player in the Big 12 per PFF. I didn't know that. Check this out. This is something I didn't pay attention. His best game was against Texas Tech. What did Ardan Walker do against Texas Tech? Well, I'll tell you, since you asked. He had 7 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. He had a forced fumble that led to a touchdown. That is Ardan Walker. What else is special about old Ardan? Ardan is a legacy buff. He had a father that played for the University of Colorado. He didn't just have a father that played. He had a father that balled at the University of Colorado. And that happened to be Mr. Arthur Walker. He was an all-conference player for the Big 12. But with that being said, I'll tell you this here. Being a legacy player for old Ardan, it means something. It means something to Ardan to be a leader for the University of Colorado. It's in his blood. His daddy, he's watched his daddy as a little boy playing. And when you do that, that means that he's invested in the success of the Colorado Buffaloes. And when you got a young man like that that's 6'2", 250 pounds of pure steel and fire and desire, hey, The sky is the limit for Ardan Walker. And I'm telling you right now, all Ardan Walker is doing is elevating everybody's play. And I listened to that young man today, and he articulated his vision so well. You can see he's like a quiet assassin. He talks, he's clear at what he says, he's precise at what he says, and what he says makes sense. He's not in there with all chopped up sentences. He does complete sentences. He speaks very well. His knowledge, he has a high IQ because he's been watching his daddy all along. His daddy goes over the film with him. He is invested, and that is the kind of leadership you need at Colorado, because with that kind of leadership, all it does for the people that are underneath him is make them stronger. It's iron sharpening iron. When you have someone that really cares about a university, it's important. Okay, old Finisette. What I like about old Ben is this one here. Ben is one of those guys that keeps everybody up. Ben is what you call high energy. See, I'm a old LA Lakers fan back in the day and they had somebody named Kirk Rambis. Kirk Rambis used to wear those glasses, and he had a rubber band with those glasses across his head and everything. And what people looked at, they're like, who is this dweeb? He had his elbows wrapped up with tape. He had the socks all up. He had that thick mustache. People looking at, who is this joker right here? But he was tough as nails. And he raised the level of James Worthy and the other individuals on the team, because when he came to play, when Ben Finisette comes to play, he brings his lunch pail. He might not have some of the talent that some of the other players have, but he got this. It's something that beat in your chest. It's called heart. And it also calls he loves Colorado. Y'all better recognize, when those young kids love something, man, that's hard to beat. Because those other kids have said, man, I do it because I'm just balling because I'm trying to get to the next level. That's not Ben's thing. Ben is, I love what this university stands for. Stop. I love what this university stands for. Ardan, I love what this university stands for. You got the mayor. I love what this university stands for. When you got that going in that locker room, it keeps everyone together because they get an understanding. And you ain't lying. He is funny. You can say what you want to. Ben is one of them dudes. Ben like my boy. Ben one of them dudes that he keep you laughing and he keep you smiling. And he keeps you smiling because he don't take things too serious. You can have fun and you can handle your business at the same time. And that's the beauty of Ben. And I tell you, I just enjoy that when I see those Colorado football teams. Now, something else we need to discuss out there. I want you in the chat, please put down the need positions that we need to address in the portal right now. In the chat, please put down one position of need in the chat. I need to chat. I need to. When the man say, I need to, don't let me close the doors on you now. Don't let me close the doors. I will close the doors. I will say, do not turn your internet off. Do not turn your internet off until you give me one need for the Colorado Buffaloes. Right tackle. That's the number one. Somebody, Patrick, I like it. You say corner. Alan G.H., he says safeties. I say myself, we need somebody who has paid their electric bill and their internet. That's a big one too. Okay, offensive lineman, Luke, smart. I like that. William, right offensive tackle. Let's go again with this one here. We got a safety. Sabrina, I'm telling you, you know what's going on. Can't have enough safeties. With that being said, let me go over this. Thank you out there in chat land. For the people who didn't put nothing down, we appreciate you too. But we also want to say this one here. This is the BWatts show, Sports Talk with BWatts. And on this one here, please hit that like button. It don't cost you a thing. The only thing it costs you is to get that finger and boot. Say, Pop, hit it one time. Get this brother paid, because right now he need all the money he can get to help with that doggone bill. But okay, let's go here. If you ask me what's the biggest need for the Colorado Buffaloes, I'm going to say right tackle. I'm going to say myself right tackle. We have to solidify that right side of the line. Chrysler, if you're going to play him at right guard, we good. We are good. But I need someone on that right tackle to ensure that the foundation is good for the University of Colorado. So if I'm looking in the portal, I'm looking at that's my man right there, a Ted Hutt, Coach Dre in the building. Recognize. Okay, good evening to Coach Dre. Always respect. And Rob the man, praying for you, brother. Let's go this here. For me, I'm going right tackle, right tackle. If we want to get to where we need to get, way to go old school, way to go old school. If we get where we need to go, that right tackle has to be taken care of. And it has to be taken care of because we are going to run that football this year. We have to. Let's say again, we are going to run that football. It's all about running that pill. And it's also it's about protecting your quarterback. Because when it gets down to it, I hope BWatts didn't turn us off. He got everybody moving now. So if you can hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, let me know. Put it in the chat if you can hear me. If not, if you can hear me, please let me know in the chat, because BWatts doing it. He's doing it big time now. Salter got mad at practice. Okay. With all the pressures. Oh, see what happened? Okay, you can hear me? Good. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to keep it moving. BWatts, you got to pay your bills, man. Check this out. If you see that Salter got upset at practice, can you imagine if he got hit the way two got hit? How it changes everything, how it's going to change the dynamics of the team, how it's going to change on how he looks at, is he going to stay back there taking his time to get rid of that ball? If you're seeing your quarterback is getting that kind of pressure, you do two things. You're going to have to do two things. You're going to have to quit with the rotation of four receivers, break it down to three, and if they can't protect with three, break it down with two. Put two receivers out there and get your two tight ends and two in the backfield. And with it, you'll still have three receivers, because I can put Draylon Miller or Cam back there and have them go out as a receiver. So it's those type things. But all I'm saying is this. Right tackle is my first. My next one is this one here. I'm going to go and I'm going to look at linebacker. I'm looking at linebacker because I understand if we don't stop the run, we have a problem. And that's what we need to know. I have to stop the run. And if I'm going to stop the run, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have a linebacker in there that handles his business. I can't help it with the video. Oh, there you go. I couldn't help the video. All I can do is just do. He done put me. Thank you. BWatts be moving me backstage, upstage, instage. Man, I think I'm at the stadium or something the way he doing it. Okay, let's go this one here. If you're looking at things, people out there in podcast land, would you go out and get yourself a wide receiver? Let me know in the chat. Would you go out and get a wide receiver with what we have right now at wide receivers? Let me know, people out in the chat. Would you go out and get a wide receiver at this time in the portal? Oh, you at the stadium. Hey, I don't want to be at the stadium. I got a wife. If I'm at that stadium, she going to beat the brakes off me. That ain't a place for me. I can't get there. They like throwing money up in the air, waving like it just don't care. Yes, if he's 6'5". Yeah, I know who you talking about there, Mr. 6'5". I know who you talking about right there. If he's 6'5", absolutely. They got one out there that's 6'5", that Buff talked about. Buff and Prime. But so it all goes this way, great people out in the chat. What I like is this one here. And Coach Dre talks about it all the time. these young men asked for an opportunity. They told Coach Prime that they're ready for prime time. They told Coach Prime that they can answer the bell. This is what I tell a young man. If you're going to run to me and tell me about an NIL, you better be ready to perform when we put you on that field, because you done got paid. Some people put an L in it. They got that. Now it's time for you to perform. So that's what we need to do when it pertains to that. I like that Coach Prime is providing. There you go, Sincere Brown. If you get him, that'll be a great addition, because it's speed on top of speed, and that's what you need. And it also puts more pressure on the wide receivers in that room that, hey, if you don't do what you're supposed to, I'm going to get somebody in here to replace you. That's just the way the business goes. That is just what Coach Prime's job and Coach Phillips' job is, to replace every player on that team. That's their job. Their job is to replace every athlete on that team, including Juju, Seton Express. You need to get another Express, because if you get players like that at that level, all it does is make your team better and better. You don't want to just stand pat and say, oh, I'm happy with what I got. I'm never happy. I'm never satisfied. I always want to eat. I always want to eat. With that being said, these receivers have a tremendous opportunity to get all of this time in to develop themselves. Go ahead, Ms. Smith. Go ahead, Ms. Smith. We're going to hit linebacker in a second. We're going to hit linebacker, because if we don't get if those linebackers don't perform, we're a 500 team, because the other team gonna pound us and beat us on plays they shouldn't beat us. But I want those receivers to see the blessing. You got some receivers that are injured right now, that are nicked up. So it's providing these high school athletes an opportunity to get more playing time. Something that I can say about Coach Prime and Coach Phillips, they are not afraid of playing freshmen. Look at what Draylon did last year. Cam would have got that playing time if he didn't get injured, but that's what goes. Let's go here. Miss Smith did something special. Miss Smith said linebackers. I'm telling y'all right now, last year, it was about that medical tent. We had a linebacker called Hill Green that he knocked snot at people's mouth, and when he hit you, he had it where I had the opportunity to see a medical tent go up. When the medical tent went up, the W's went up. We won those games because it showed the other team, it put fear in the other team. So for these linebackers, the expectations is already there. We want you to make plays, and we want you, when you hit somebody, down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. When you hit them, they need to go down early, and they need to go down often. That's what we need at that linebacker position. And what I'm seeing is this here. At spring ball, if they're not doing what they're supposed to, that's fine. They need to make sure this here. This is what I see. It's easy getting in the portal, but for some players, it's hard getting out. I got a question for you. We got quite a few players that left that's still in the portal. And that's what I tell people. Be very careful when it pertains to that. Don't leave sure money for no money. Don't do that. I don't leave a job for unemployment. It don't work like that. So let's go here. Look what Coach Dre said. Coach Dre, we're going to go with you, Coach Dre. Let's say it. He said we need one wide receiver, 3 or 4 O-linemen. Coach Dre, you killing it. One cornerback, okay, and one safety if someone leaves. Okay. Other rooms, then we pick up some. Okay, Coach Dre, I will tell you, I would add a linebacker on there, but I'm with you. I totally agree with what you're saying. And I'm saying that because what it does is this one here. If you looked at what happened last year with the Colorado Buffaloes, our offensive line was banged up big time. If you look at the players that we had, they missed quite a few games. We had elbow injuries, elbow, knee, ankles, all kind of things. So with that being said, they are going to get banged up. And if they're going to get banged up, we need to ensure that if someone goes down, the other player replacing them, we're not missing a beat. That's called championship football. And with championship football, that's a special thing because that's where we want to be. We want to have it. If the salt shaker goes out for a couple plays, we got a quarterback or two quarterbacks back there that can handle their business. Miss Johnson. I got my eyes on you, Miss Johnson. That's what I'm talking about. That's the one I've been waiting on now. You say a long season if we get those injuries and we don't have a backup. You're absolutely correct. Now, I'm not hitting on anybody. What do you think about center? This is what I think about center. Cash, let's see how I'm going to say this, and I want to make sure that I'm not saying it incorrectly. I love everything about Cash Cleveland. When it comes to he's a great human being, he's an outstanding football player. But I'll say this here. He's a dog when it pertains to Cash Cleveland ain't giving up nothing. I saw him with Barnes them come at him, and they're sharpening Cash Cleveland. I need pressure on Cash. I need Cash to understand just because people like you don't mean that you automatically gonna be a starter. Your body of work is gonna put you there, and that's what happened with Cash. Cash's body of work put him in the starting lineup, and I commend him because he was ready. So when it comes to Cash Cleveland, I don't have nothing but admiration for him and respect because he did what you ask every young athlete to do. Be ready when your time is called. So I got nothing but respect. But I am one of these people. Cash has to get stronger, and Cash has to ensure that he's going to be an asset when it comes to that offensive line. You can't have Cash getting whooped on that offensive line on a regular basis, which that didn't happen a lot. But what you can have when Cash and that guard is double teaming on a defensive tackle, we need to see them driving that tackle back. And if that doesn't happen, I need to see McGill, someone who's been playing 4 or 5 years of college football, up there playing. And that's what I need to see. Because what I don't want to see is when you have people like Gunter coming in and he's new and he's worked all that time with somebody, he's invested in Cash. He is the one who put all that work in Cash. So Cash basically represents him. And when that happens sometimes for a coach, a young coach, they want to make sure that they take care of those players. But you also need to make sure what's best for the team. And what best for the team is this one here. Those other players see. And I'm going to give you another position. Wide receiver when it comes to Timmons. If Timmons don't stay healthy and perform like he's supposed to perform, Timmons is not going to see that field much at all because he has some athletes behind him that's that's chomping at the bit. And if Coach Phillips go in there and he has an attitude of, I like Timmons, he's going to be a senior, I really want to do right by Timmons and I'm going to put him out there. That's not good football. That's not winning football because those other players see it. And if you're telling people it's about competition and you're putting the best player on the field, you need to put the best player on the field that's doing what they're supposed to. And that's all I'm looking at. That's where I'm looking at. So I don't want to go looking at it as I'm going left on anyone because I'm not. I'm going on what's right. I believe in this one here. I like some knuckleheads on my team if they got talent like Charles Haley. If you got talent like Charles Haley, I like them kind of knuckleheads because them kind of knuckleheads win Super Bowl. They win championships. I don't like a knucklehead that don't have the talent and productivity like a Charles Haley. If you don't have that kind of productivity, I need that clean-cut guy in. I can play that clean-cut guy. But if I got a clean-cut guy that I really like and does everything right, but I got this knucklehead that's sitting over here that's a game changer, but he's still doing what he's supposed to do, I'm playing the game changer. Because I want that joker, I want that game changer in there, because I know that knucklehead, he might make me mad at times. But that person right there impacts a game. The other person, you're going through the motion. They don't beat you, but they don't win the game for you. So that's where I'm going with this one here. I want Gunter, and I ain't worried about Phillips. I know Phillips. Phillips ain't going with no I like somebody. Phillips going on, either you're going to do what you need to do, and your play is going to get you on the field and go for that. Now, I'm not judging Gunter saying he's not that type of person, but I can tell you this one here. What I have seen, and this is a weakness for Colorado when it comes to coaching, they have an affinity for certain players that they really like, that has a great story, and they stick with those players. I can stick with you, but I also can let you know you got a scholarship, you eating great food, you're getting to play, you're doing this thing, but this guy here is better. I got to play the guy that's better. Why you say I say that? I'm saying that because I don't want to see Ben Finnecet out there on that field if he's not the best safety on that team. Let me say again, I'm going to take my glasses off. I like Ben. Ben is funny. He's funny, he, ha, ha, not funny the other way. I like Ben. But if Ben is not one of the best safeties in that backfield, I don't want to see him. And you can look at it any way you want to. It's called winning football. And what it also shows the team, this one here, when you are performing and you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're the best player on the field, you're getting on the field. That's winning football. So I'll say that with that. Now, BWatts, while you back there putting your notes up, put something out there that you want the people to discuss, and we can discuss it and go from there. Oh, a DEI safety. He's not a DEI safety yet. Now, the Coach Fry now put him out there, baby. Now you know Coach Fry now they like putting people out there. But with old Ray gonna say now, if you can't do it, then baby, we can't do it. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about, baby. If we can't do it, we can't do it. So with that being said, we don't want no. If they telling me I can't be a DEI hire, you better doggone sure believe I don't want it going the other way. So ain't no DEIs here. You better be legit and make sure that you win that position. So baby, if you don't win that position, then old Ray got to feel you, baby. Old Ray got to say, she gives me money when I'm in need. Oh, she's a good woman. She's a gold digger. Way over town. That's good to me. That's what I'm talking about. BWatts, hit me up with something, baby. Oh, that's what, okay, pro day expectations. Travis, Shiloh, and Cam. Let me hit you with my expectation. People, Coach Dre, hit me up. What's your expectation of Mr. Travis Hunter? Miss Johnson, holla if you hear me. What's your expectation of Headache CEO? Oh, Miss Smith, I know. And Miss Smith, this for Miss Smith and Lil Bucket. Let me know what your expectation is for the Shark. Okay, now, Travis Hunter. This is what my expectations for Travis is, this one here. If I'm Travis Hunter, I'm doing 2 drills and I'm done. Because Travis don't have to do anything. But if Travis wants to put himself where he's going to be the first pick in the draft, and he knows that he's improved his speed to where it's 4.4 or 4.3, Travis can do. If Travis got his speed at 4.4, 4.3, this is on Travis. If he does, he get out there and do that, he putting himself in position to be the first pick in the draft. You can put it any way you want to, because what teams are realizing is this one here. And people are like, oh, they're going to do quarterbacks. GMs are getting fired because if you look at it, they looked at when they had Zach Wilson and all of those quarterbacks back then, and then they could have had your boy from the Cincinnati Bengals, the wide receiver Chase, and all of them, and they went past all of those and drafted those quarterbacks that pretty much ain't doing nothing in the league. It hurts you. It gets GMs fired. So with that being said, Travis can be a game changer if he wants to when it pertains to the pro day. If it's me for Travis Hunter, the only thing I'm going to do, if it's me, I'll talk to you and I'll take you out there where all of the trophies are at. That Travis won about 8 or 9 trophies, and I'll stand right beside those 8 or 9 trophies, and I'll be standing right there, and we'll have a news conference, and I'll just tell you, this is what you get when you get Travis Hunter. That's all I'll say. Travis Hunter, we got another question. I'll say, ask the Heisman Trophy. It'll let you know. Ask this one here. And that would be the answer for that one because he don't have to say anything else. His tape speaks for itself. But if he wants to go in there and he wants to perform because Travis is a showman, he makes sure that he go above and beyond. He's just one of those people. He goes above and beyond. Travis is going to go in there and he's going to show out. Let's go with Shiloh. Shiloh got $100,000 reasons to go there and show out. If his daddy, something I tell you about Coach Prime, Coach Prime told him that he'll get in the car that he desires. Hey, go ahead, Sabrina. That's what I'm talking about. With all the 9 trophies, what I need to do. What I need to do anything for. That's a waste of my time. I'll go right there with my trophies. Shiloh is different. Shiloh needs his pro day. Shiloh needs to get up there and run and do the other drills where he can go and they can see how he moves laterally and things like that, catch the ball and his speed in the 40. So he needs this here. And it doesn't hurt when your daddy tells you if you run in a 4.4, he's going to buy you you can get a car that you want. Man, and they talking about $100,000 car. Hey, don't hurt you. Don't hurt you with that. Cam, I'll say this for my expectations of Cam. Cam has something that the other players really don't have. Cam has a coach in Livingston that loves him, that respects him, that is willing to tell other coaches, I believe in this young man. And when you have a coach with the respect that Livingston have right now, and you got the Cincinnati Bengals, if you don't think worst case scenario that he ain't gonna make the Cincinnati Bengals if Rob Livingston call him up there, or if they call Sean up in Denver and say, hey, this is one for you. But I'm looking at Cincinnati or Denver on that one, or Coach Prime calling Jerry because of Jerry's free agent. When it comes to cap, Jerry need all the free players he can get because he's strung out on the cap. So he would be one of those players to do that. You also have the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints love players like Cam because they had the young man that was from LSU that did their business. He wasn't the biggest, but he handled his business. So with that being said, that's what I see. Okay, what CU running back will have a breakout year? That's a trick question, BWatts. It's a trick question because of this one here. All of them should have a breakout year because last year they didn't get the opportunity to do anything that to meet their potential. What you mean by that, Unc? They didn't get the touches. They got to watch the show. They got to watch the show of 2 putting on a show. Now, with that being said, this is what I'll say about the running backs. If you're going to ask me, this is what I'm going to say. You said no volume. What's going on? No volume. Okay, I'm going to say my boy IA, Augustus. I'm going to say Augustus right now because Augustus and Welch are going to get an opportunity to get out there and handle their business. What's going to happen is this one here. Yep. You're going to see what's going to happen is this one here. Dalen and Hood, if injuries, we can hear you. Okay, thanks, Coach. what's going to happen, Dalen Hood is going to get an opportunity if they get nicked up. If they don't stay healthy, what you're going to see from the running back room, this is what I see for the running back room. They're going to get somebody, Augustus or Dalen is going to come out there, and they're going to start off the season doing their thing. If they get nicked up, what's going to happen after that, you're going to see Welch and Hood come in, and they're going to be the ones who are going to have the opportunity to get those carries. So if that happens, I see the entire running back room getting an opportunity to be the man. The key is this: they are going to have to stay healthy and productive, because I'll put it to you this way. When you're going to watch their practices, you're going to see practices, thank you, Coach, where Hood is going to be making all the big plays. And it's hard to keep a player like Hood on that bench when all of the other players saying, man, that dude, every time he get the ball, he taking it to the house. Something special happens when he get the ball. So if that is the case, it's going to be like, who wants it? I'm not going to be up and tell myself, hey, this is the person that's going to do it, because as soon as you see it, the person could be going on having a fantastic season. Next thing you know, high ankle sprain, and boom, there you go. It's over. Okay. BWatts, why are you asking me this? Who you with, Stephen A. Smith or LeBron James drama? I'll ask you people.
He's exhausted after what was a really tough match. And now look at this. Look at this mess.
You're LeBron James. You that butthurt over the things that I'm saying? This man is in his feelings. Could it be because I don't believe you're the GOAT? Well, you're not in my book. That belongs to Michael Jordan.
Here we go. Trading blows back and forth on our stage, and finally we've got some help. Officials desperately and unsuccessfully trying to separate these two.
All the cops. Keep these two apart. I'm not quite sure what.
No. Somebody stop this.
Now the referee's been chased out of the ring, and this is going to get ugly. Real ugly.
Skip. Oh, look who's here.
Oh, Skip. This is absolute chaos.
Superstar.
Oh, no.
I don't know, Skip. Hold on, Skip. No.
Oh, look at these two just battering their opponents.
Why?
Yeah, what's the point of this, Graves?
It's making a statement by any means necessary. A successful tandem earning the victory tonight, and they're not done.
Oh, look at just attacking their opponent. This is ridiculous.
I don't get it. I don't understand it.
This is a mugging.
You worked well as a tag team. You won the match, but that wasn't enough. These two don't deserve any cheers.
Oh, BWatts, you need to stop it, boy. You need to stop it. They're both grown men pertaining to, if you're looking at LeBron and you're looking at Stephen A., this is what I need to say for both of them. Stephen A. has his agenda when it pertains to Michael Jordan, because what you need to realize this one here. If you say anything bad about Michael Jordan, he gonna hold a grudge, and he's done with it. That's just the way Mike is. Mike is that way. Everybody knows Mike. If you say anything bad about Mike done with you. So Stephen A. Smith ain't gonna never, and The Rock means never, say nothing bad about Mike. Now, the next thing I'll tell you is this one here. When it comes to LeBron, his son was the 55th pick in the draft. We don't talk about no other player in the second round, or even we don't even talk about the players that were drafted first other than Wemby. The only player they talked about in basketball that got drafted was Wemby. So if that was the case, you just let it go when it pertains to his son. Because if you say, this is what I would ask Stephen A. If you say that LeBron got his son in the game and he's the reason his son got in there, if you dating Molly, who got Molly still working on first day? So you need to stop with that. You need to stop with it. Let it go. Y'all two grown men. when it pertains to a young man playing basketball as a 50-50, let that man play. His play is improving. He's handling his business. We move on from there. Okay, last one. How many games you have Colorado winning this year? Let's say this one here. This is how many games I see Colorado winning right now. I have won for the last 2 years when it pertains to Colorado. I'm upset that I didn't put the money that I wanted to put on that last year, but I've done pretty good on Colorado. Betting on 21, I haven't lost yet. I lost one time, and that's when that Nebraska game. I lost that one, but I still didn't lose because I made my money up 10 times over when I did it for the season win total. I will put it this year, and I'm going to close it up on this one here. With K-Salt going and doing his thing, and if I'm not putting 10-1. I can't put 10-1 because of the fact I'm not even putting 10-2. I'm going to win it all. I think you just need to be 9 games. You just need to be 7-2. I could care less. They need to be 7-2 in the Big 12. I could care less about the other one. They need to be 7-2 to make the championship for the Big 12. Because if they 7-2 to make the championship for the Big 12, that's all I'm concerned about. So if they 7-2 in the Big 12, and then you count that's 7-2 Big 12, then I'll count the other 2 games. So they should be 9. They should be 9-4. They should be 9-4. Well, I'm sorry. They should be 9-3. They should be 9-3. If they should be 9-3. J27, I'm with you 1,000. That's why I say 7-2 in the Big 12. And if they 9-3, they'll get a chance to be in the Big 12 championship, and they just need to win it and go from there. So that's the way I see them. I see 9-3, and then we go from there. And if not, it's gonna be 8-4. So, all right. With that being said, I'm not like BWatts. I don't stay in there all night. I got kids, and I got a beautiful wife, and I show like cuddling and being close to her. Just like my boy Lionel Richie say, just to be close to you. And it has been a pleasure. It is always nice kicking it with y'all. Thank y'all for putting up with us, because I know that BWatts has some special things for you. You got to put up with me tonight. I hope I said something that was all right, that kind of thing. But y'all need to know that y'all are special. Y'all need to know that you matter. Y'all need to know that y'all change things on this earth. And what you also need to know, y'all are the reason BWatts is going straight to the top. Y'all make BWatts the show that it is. We appreciate y'all, BWatts. Can't do nothing but say, give your love to you, each and every one of you. And BWatts is going to end this, and I can guarantee you, he's getting ready to put some boots on the floor, and I'm going to salute you, and I'm logging off, baby, because it's time for me to put some boots on the bed. Have a good
After we get finished with this work, I just want you to know we're on the way. Not to compete, but to win. Not to show up, but to show out. Not to be among the rest, but to be the absolute best. We're coming to work. We're not coming to play. We're coming to kill, not to kick it. Baby, I got to believe that we're coming. You got to feel that the energy inside of you that we're coming, don't you? You got to feel it that we're going to be there. You got to feel it when you get in that stadium. You better get in there early, because time to kickoff consumes. Baby, we're coming. Do you understand it? Do you feel that? Do you understand the intensity, the excitement, the adrenaline, the rush that I got right now, that I can't wait till this thing kicks off, because we are coming. Boulder, Colorado, you have no idea what you blessed me with, the opportunity that you've given me, and I feel like I owe you.
Are you practicing to practice, or are you practicing to be great? Which way am I going?
What's coming? You on the way.
Who else wants some? They said my D-line didn't exist. Bullshit.
Hey Buff family, this is Coach Shermer with CU Football.
Hey Buff family, this is Coach Livingston with CU Football.
Today is CU Buffs All In, our annual day of giving.
Your investments ensure our student athletes have the resources to have success on and off the field.
Make your gift today and let's show the world what it means to be Buffs All In.
On behalf of CU Football and CU Athletics, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you back at Folsom Field soon. Go Buffs.
Hello friends, I'm Bernard Watts of Sports Talk with BWatts. I paused for a few minutes just to come and talk to you about the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, getting ready to enter the NFL draft. If your franchise need a franchise quarterback, I'm telling you, Shedeur is the guy. Great feet work, great pocket presence, strong arm, quick release, toughness. He led Colorado into a winning program before he left. And also, if you go back and look at the videos, do your homework, look at him at Jackson State. The escapability, the running ability. I'm telling you right now, Shedeur Sanders is the franchise quarterback. All you got to do is just look at the tapes, and you'll see that Shedeur Sanders is him. You heard it right here on Sports Talk with BWatts by the Digital Airway.
He's an extremely talented football player. Again, getting to know the kid, you watch the tape, and you. I think the important part as an evaluator is you want to talk to the player about plays and how he plays. And I think he sees the game really, really well. Has been raised the right way. I think they've done an outstanding job bringing him along in terms of understanding football. But he's a very, very talented young man. But off the field is where I'm probably most impressed.
I tell Hodge, the more you play, the better you get. The more you play, the better you get. Your technique is improving every single day. I like that about you.
5 man. Coach. Get used to the drill setup, right? It used to be back 5 and then jump up. Slant and under. There it is. Take a nice 45.
The key to the success as a coach, I'm saying as a strength coach, and I'm watching them work, they self-policed. They made sure everybody did their reps. The best players was my hardest workers. My best players was my hardest workers. My best players was the hardest workers. So the guys that we count on, you can count on them from the weight room, from conditioning. They always out front, and they the toughest.